Fathers for Change is an individual intervention for men who've had struggles in their co-parenting relationship because of significant conflict, aggression, violence, or substance misuse. It focuses on their importance in the lives of their children as role models. Clinicians meet one-on-one with clients weekly. The intervention lasts 16 to 24 weeks. It addresses emotion regulation, communication, and relationship difficulties. Clinicians work to understand the unique needs of each father and help him develop skills to improve his relationships with his co-parent and his children.
A lot of other programs out there have labeled these fathers either as a perpetrator, a batterer, an abuser. And Fathers for Change is unique in that they identify them as a father.
They look at the role of the father, as a spouse, as a parent, as a co-parent.
So I feel like even from the onset of this work, Fathers for Change looks at them in a way of being valuable and having a purpose. And that's empowering.
Fathers for Change begins with a comprehensive assessment to be able to tailor the intervention to the unique needs of the father and family. The intervention focuses on reflective functioning to increase fathers' understanding of their thoughts, feelings, and actions, and those of their partner and children. It also provides practical teaching and practicing of emotion regulation and communication skills. It allows for optional co-parent participation and assessment, weekly parallel sessions, and conjoint co-parenting focus sessions if she chooses to participate. Fathers have the opportunity to think about the perspective and experiences of their children and to make amends for past behaviors with clinician support.
My mentality coming into the program, I'm more focusing on how I am as a parent, not even as playing. I didn't understand how important it was until after the program.
It showed me how me and my baby bond is, how I interact with her. So I felt good about it. Looking at the video made me feel happy, even brought a tear to my eye.
The Fathers for Change model incorporates skill building in addition to helping parents reflect on how their past has influenced their present, and not just how they're thinking and feeling, but how other people are thinking and feeling in response to their pasts or their current interactions.
And so once these fathers see the association between the transmission of violence, substance abuse in their families, then they make more of an effort and they become motivated to change their ways because they don't want their children to grow up in, to continue this pattern of intimate partner violence and substance abuse.
And so it's more than just exploring these multi-generational patterns of violence. It's allowing them to think about the fact that you can change the outcome of future generations.
It was helpful because it reminded me of a lot of things, and it helped me with to remember but never forget what you've been through or what happened in your life.
I feel like the co-parenting sessions allow for a safe space for them to work with a clinician and talk through some of these co-parenting obstacles that they've had trouble overcoming.
I would say that the biggest thing that I've seen is this overall sense of regulation, where we've really been able to work on how they manage really difficult interactions, whether those are with their children or with their co-parents or with their own parents.
The part where you listen to how everybody feel, that was helpful. Because before coming here, I didn't like to listen to how everybody else feel. I only cared about how I felt in both situations and how to handle it. And I didn't want to listen to anyone.
Connecting with my girlfriend at the time was going through problems, and DCF got involved. But in the end, she's taught us about anger issues and just controlling your emotions and active listening, really connecting with each other. Not just a relationship matter, but a parental sense.
My husband has done anger management. He's done psychoeducation classes around domestic violence. And he's done domestic violence groups. And nothing worked. If you asked me 6 months ago what you should do with my husband, I would tell you throw him in jail. But this was the only program that worked for him. I've seen such a significant change in his behavior. It's a whole new person.
to do it, especially young parents. And you don't have that experience that you think you have. You know, some kids or some parents think they can just get it because how they're raised, but you have a kid, it's a whole different ball game. You have these emotions you didn't know you had. You have these stresses you never know you had, and you're not going to know how to cope with it. They have all the tools you need to help you with being a parent and also co-parenting. I definitely recommend the program.
Meeting with the clinician was helpful because she helps you out and like loosen up the stress that's in your head and everything that's inside. It's easier when you have someone to talk to. I know as a young father, it's hard to open up to other people.
The story of domestic violence was written on the walls. I mean, there was damage, there were holes in the wall, there were scratches and dings, and I felt like the walls really spoke to the environment that I was walking into, right? And I think it told a story about the relationship and what their children had been exposed to. And I worked with this family for 6 months. And on my very last session, I walked into this home, and they had painted the whole house. They had fixed every hole in the wall, every ding. There was nothing. It was beautiful. And I felt like it spoke to the great work they had done. It was a metaphor for the relationship, that whatever was damaged has now been repaired. And they were so proud because they did it together. And I felt like that was just a great joint partnership task that they had done to kind of tie up the loose ends of this great work. And I remember sitting on that couch, taking that all in for the first few minutes of that home visit, and reflecting on the fact that if it feels this good for me after 5 minutes, I can't imagine what these children must feel.
Quite a few fathers tell me that they have been very happy that they engaged in the program, because it's just completely different.
I like this program. Really helpful. Yeah, I tell my friends, I tell everybody about it. Family, I tell everybody, anybody I need to, anybody important, I tell about this program.
If you want to be the best father you could be possible, I would go to a class just to prevent myself from ever being in a situation of being either terrible co-parenting or feeling like I don't want to be a father anymore, it's too much stress. Like, I never have had that thought after this program, ever.
Fathers for Change. Healthy fathers means healthy families raising healthy children.